Today I'm going to tell you about another story which happened in a theater, because at that time I went to see a show that was made by this author called Bernard Werber. He wrote a book which was called The Box of Pandora, and he wrote that book after having a very strong connection with a medium woman. And this woman, she was actually able to help him reach past lives. And so what he did after his book came out was that he had these shows in theaters where he was actually teaching other people how to themselves reach their own past lives. So he had this method that he was sharing, and he was using the shows to share them. So I was there with a few of my friends. I was on the front row, and before the show starts, the author, Bernard Werber, he tells the public, he says, okay, somehow I know that tonight I'm going to receive a message from this deceased medium, this woman who's deceased. She was medium, but by any chance, is there any people in the public tonight that have psychic capacities? And a few people raised their hands. I didn't. And so he's like, okay, well, just stay on the lookout, because I truly feel that I'm going to receive a message and it's going to come to pass through you. At some point, he starts the first exercise, ask everybody to close their eyes, relax, before he gives the method for accessing the past lives. And so I close my eyes too, and I feel somebody tapping on my shoulder, like quite strongly. So I open my eyes, I turn around, but obviously everybody in the public, their eyes were closed, and I was like, shit, that's the medium. I know it. I was like, damn it, like, why me? There are other mediums in the room. They raised their hands. They were like, me, I'm a medium, I'm a psychic. Just go see these people. And so I close my eyes again, and I see the medium, the psychic, the deceased psychic of Bernard Werber. So she gives me a message for him, which I'm not going to give in details, but pretty much about the fact that he's very much connected, that he has very strong intuition on a lot of different things. And when she was done giving me the message, I had to write it down, because at that time, even up to today, I don't like giving my own interpretation of what was said. And so I need to write down every exact word of what was said in order for me to share it with the person exactly as it was said. And the only paper that I had with me was actually, I had my book, one of my books. And so I just opened the first page and I started writing down all the things that she said. And at the end of the show, there were a lot of people who came to see him. So I figured it was going to be very difficult, going and talking to him. But I just followed my intuition telling me to go here and there, place myself at a specific location. And I just did, not expecting anything, just following my intuition. And that was enough. And I truly believe, I do a parenthesis with that, I didn't do it in the French version, so you guys have it. But I truly believe that that's the reason why the things happen the way it did every time. It was because I did not question my faith. I did not question my intuition. I did not question whether or not it would work or it would get me somewhere. I was not thinking that ahead. I was just like, I'm following what is giving to me, this direction. Okay, I'm following it and I'm there, and that's it. I'm good. Closing the parenthesis. So I follow my intuition and I get at a specific location in the theater. And at some point, Bernard Werber comes straight towards me. There were people with him talking to him on his right side and on his left side. And the moment he came, I swear, a meter away from me, both these people just left. They just left, and so he was just right there. And so I told him, okay, I received a message for you tonight. And he was like, I saw you, you didn't raise your hand and you didn't say that you were a medium. I was like, yeah. So I gave him my book with all the things that I wrote, and that was it. That was the mystical experience with Bernard Werber's deceased psychic.